Hi, welcome to my video on the division of rational numbers. Division of rational numbers. Rational numbers. The reciprocal of A over B is B over A if A and B are not zero. We cannot have a zero in either the numerator or denominator when we're doing reciprocals. If the product is 1, then the two numbers are the reciprocals of each other. So when you multiply two numbers and you get 1, that means they're 2 over 3 times 3 over 2 gives you 6 over 6, which is 1. So let's do some examples. Again, a rational number is A over B. Any number expressed as A over B, where B belongs to the natural numbers. 1/2, the reciprocal is 2 over 1 or 2. So if we multiply 1/2 by 2 over 1 or 2. Notice when we multiply, we cancel the ones, so we'll get a 1. Negative 3 over 8 is a negative 8 over 3. Remember, the negative always goes in the numerator, not in the... So if you write down, say like 8 over negative 3, which is the reciprocal, but the negative should not remain in the bottom, so put the negative in the top. So negative 3 over 8 times negative 8 over 3. Notice the 3's negative times negative is a positive, and the 3's cancel, negative 1. 8 cancels, negative 1. So we get 1 over 1, which is 1 plus 1. 4 over 9, the reciprocal is 9 over 4. So 4 over 9 times 9 over 4. Again, we can cancel. Or we can say 36 over 36, which is 1, your choice. But you can cancel. 4 into 4 goes once. 4 and 9 to 9 goes once each. So we get 1 over 1, which is 1. Remember, when you're multiplying, you can cancel anywhere from top to bottom as long as you're multiplying. Reciprocal of a negative 5 over 3 is a negative 3 over 5. And negative 5 over 3 times negative 3 over 5. You could say 15 over 15, which is 1, or you can cancel. Your choice, but you'll get 1. And negative 1 2/5 is a negative 7 over 2. To change your mixed numeral to an improper fraction. Reciprocal is a negative 2 over 7. So negative 7 over 2 times negative 2 over 7. Again, is 14 over 14, which is 1. Or you can cancel to get 1. You know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to work at all the cancellations. 6 over 11 is 11 over 6. So 6 over 11 times 11 over 6. You get 66 over 66, which is 1. Or you can cancel, and you'll get 1. Negative 10 is understood to be negative 10 over 1. If you do that as a fraction first, so that becomes a negative 1 over 10. Reciprocal of a negative 10 is a negative 1 over 10. And a negative 10 times negative 1 over 10. Notice you put it over 1, you'll get 10 over 10, which is 1 when you reduce, or you can cancel, and you'll get 1. Practice. Pause your video, work out the reciprocal, and then do the product, and you'll see that you should get 1. When you multiply number by its reciprocal, you should get 1. So negative 3 over, so pause, work it out, come back and get the answers. So that's a negative 7 over 3. So negative 3 over 7 times negative 7 over 3. Again, is 21 over 21, which is 1. Or we can cancel. 3 into 3 goes once. 3 into negative 3 goes negative 1. 7 into 7 goes once. 7 into negative 7 goes negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So we get 1 over 1, which is 1. Negative 4 is negative 4 over 1 understood. Reciprocal, is negative 1 over 4. So negative 4 times negative 1 over 4 is, notice, is 4 over 4, which is 1, or you can cancel. 4 into 4 goes once. 4 into 4, negative 4 goes negative 1. Negative times negative positive, so you get a 1. Negative 2 1/4 is a negative 8 plus 1 is 9 over 4. So the reciprocal is negative 4 over 9. So negative 9 over 4 times negative 4 over 9. And again, you get 36 over 30, excuse me, 36 over 36, which is 1. Or you can cancel. 9 to 9 goes once. 9 to negative 9 goes negative 1. 4 into 4 goes once. 4 into negative 4 goes negative 1. Negative times a negative is positive, so you get 1 over 1, which is 1. 5 over 9 is 9 over 5. So 5 over 9 times 9 over 5. 45 over 45, which gives you 1, or you can cancel. Negative 16 over 13 is a negative 13 over 6. Sorry, negative 6 over 13. Negative 13 over 6. So negative 6 times 13. Negative 6 over 13 times negative 13 over 6. And you can cancel. 6 into 6 goes once. 6 into negative 6 goes negative 1. 13 goes into 13 once. 13 is negative 1 when you divide. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 over 1 is 1. Negative 21 plus 3 is 24 over 7. When you change your mixed number to an improper fraction. So that gives you the reciprocal of a negative 7 over 24. So negative 24 over 7 times a negative 7 over 24. And you cancel. 24 once, 24 negative 1, 7 and 7 once. 7 and negative 7, negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 over 1 is 1. And see if you can work these out. State the number represented by b in each. Pause, work these out. So 1/5 times what number gives you 1? Well, it must be its reciprocal, which is 5 over 1, which is 5. So b can be 5. And number 2, if you multiply two numbers to get 1, it must be its reciprocal. So reciprocal of a negative 3 over 4 is a negative 4 over 3. Or you may go 3 into 4 goes once and 1 left over. So you can get a negative 4 over 3 or a negative 1 1/3. And in B, I have to, in C, sorry, in number 3, sorry, I should change this to an improper fraction so I can see what its reciprocal is. So 5 plus 1, sorry, 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's a negative 5 over 4. So its reciprocal is a negative 4 over 5. So that's what B is in this one, a negative 5 over 4. When you multiply, you get 1. Now that we practice working at a reciprocal, let's practice some division of rational numbers or division of fractions. But the only difference, I did a section on fractions before in a video on division, but they were all positive. Now I have negative numbers. That's why we call them rational numbers. When dividing by a rational number, you multiply by the reciprocal and follow the multiplication rules. Note, we always change a mixed numeral to an improper fraction. So here we go. I'll work out these, or you can pause and work out all these, and pause and work out all these, and then follow, and then play it back to see if you're right. So negative 1/3 times the reciprocal, 4 over 5. I'm multiplying, can I cancel? No. So I get a negative 4 over 15. I can't cancel, no common factors on top and bottom. 3 over 5 divided by the reciprocal, which is a negative 5 over 7. When you're dividing fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal. And can I cancel? Yes. When I'm multiplying, I could get, if I want, negative 15 over 35. And then break it down. But if you cancel first, 5 and the 5 goes once. 5 and the negative 5 goes negative 1. Now 3 can't cancel into 7, so 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And 1 times 7 is 7. C, negative 12, understood to be over 1, times the reciprocal is 5 over 6. And notice I put the negative 12 over 1 so it won't get mixed up. 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into negative 12, negative 2. When I multiply, I get a negative 10 over 1, which is negative 10. D, I have to change both of these mixed numerals to improper fractions. 15 plus 1 is 16 over 5, negative. 14 plus 2 is 16 over 7, negative. Now I have that done. I'll change my division to a multiplication, and I multiply by the reciprocal, negative 7 over 16. Can I cancel? Yes, I can cancel the 16s. 16 to 16 goes once, 16 and negative 6 goes negative 1. Multiply, and I get negative times negative 7 over 5. 7 over 5 is 5 into 7 goes once, and 2 left over. E, negative 3 over 14, multiplied by the reciprocal, 7 over 6. And can I cancel? Yes, anywhere from top to bottom. So 3 into negative 3 goes negative 1. 3 into 6 goes 2. 7 into 7 goes once. 7 into 14 goes 2. And I got 1s on top, so I can't cancel any further. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. And 2 times 2 is 4. And F, I change my mixed numeral first before I do anything. And that gives me 18 plus 7 is 25 over 18, but it's negative. Now I do the reciprocal. When you're dividing fractions, you multiply by the reciprocal, negative 18 over 25. You only do reciprocal when you're dividing fractions. Now that you're multiplying fractions, you can cancel anywhere top to bottom. So the 18s can cancel once, negative 1. 5 into 25 goes 5. Notice 5 is a common factor of 15 and 25. 5 into 25 is 5. 5 into 15 goes negative 3. Multiply. Negative times negative positive, so 3 over 1 times 5 is 5. Now, if you wish to pause your video, or if you already haven't done, work these out yourself and play back to see if you're going to get them right. Here we go. Negative 4 over 9 times 4 over 7, reciprocal. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. Can you cancel? No. The 4s are on top. It's only when you're multiplying, yes, and you can cancel top to bottom. So it's negative 16, and 7 9s are 63. Number 2, I can reduce this if I want, so I can make that 5 into 10 goes 2, 5 into 15 goes 3. So if I reduce this first, if I reduce that fraction, it makes the division easier. So negative 2 over 3 times negative 6 over 1, the reciprocal of negative 1 over 6. Can I cancel? Yes. 3 into 3 goes once. 3 into negative 6 is negative 2. And I got negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 over 1, which is 4. Mixed numeral is negative 12 plus 2 is 14 over 3 divided by 14. Mixed numeral changed. Notice that 14 is over 1. If you do that, here is less. Negative 14 over 3 times 1 over 14. So putting the 14 over 1 allows you to get the reciprocal of 1 over 14 easier. But it's your choice. 14 to 14 goes once. 14 to negative 14 goes negative 1. Multiply. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. 1 times 3 is 3. And we have another mixed numeral. Notice I'm stressing the mixed numerals all the time. 5 plus 3 is 8 over 5. Change them first. 8 over 25. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal. 5 over 8. Can I cancel? Yes. 8 goes into 8 once. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 and 25 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. And 2 mixed numerals, let's change them. That's a negative. 10 plus 2 is 12 over 5, divided by 25 plus 5 is 30 over 25, negative. Since I haven't changed, now I do the reciprocal. 12 over 5 times negative 25 over 30. And I cancel. Let's see, 5 into 5 goes once, 5 into negative 25 goes negative 5. 6 goes into negative 12, negative 2. 6 goes into 30 5 times. But you notice that the 5s can cancel here. 5 into 5 goes once. 5 into negative 5 goes negative 1. So I multiply. Negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. And I get a 2 as the answer. 6 is negative. I could divide by 3. Reduce this first. It's 4 over 11. If you want to reduce those fractions first, you can. It just makes it easier. So that's a negative 4 over 11 times 11 over 5. 11's cancel. So I get a negative 4 over 5. Change your mixed numeral. Oh, I can reduce this if I want. So that's 4 over 5 because you can't divide by 10 or scratch your zeros. Okay, that's done. That's 25, so that's 34 over 25, negative. 4 over 5, multiplied by the reciprocal, negative 25 over 34. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into negative 25, negative 5. 2 goes into 4 2 times, 2 goes into 34 17 times, multiply. Negative 10 over 17. And the last one is two mixed numerals again. So 2 plus 1 is 3, divided by 26 plus 1 is 27 over 2, multiplied by the reciprocal. When you divide, you multiply by the reciprocal, negative 2 over 27. And I can cancel top to bottom. The 2's can cancel once, negative 1. 3 can cancel, negative 1 and 9. And what does that give me? Negative times a negative is a positive, and 1 times 9 is 9. So again, change your mixed numerals with improper fraction when you're dealing with fractions. And when you're dividing, you multiply by the reciprocal. And then you have multiplication. You should cancel anywhere from top to bottom when you're multiplying fractions. If you like my video, you click on the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, write a comment if you wish, and visit my math website at www.mathfullyexplained.com. Find information about me, my degrees and teaching experience. Section on video tells you about the teaching strategies you're going to use to help you learn your math. And the section on content has the units or topics that I have online, the number of videos on each topic, and the black font is the videos that are online right now, and the red font is the ones that will be developed in the near future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.